guess we'll go ahead and run with this. Hey man, what's going on, man? It's your boy ADB back in the building, y'all. I know it's been quite some time since I had a conversation and probably seen a lot of y'all at the same time. And I would say no offense to people. I just personally just been going through a lot of things in the last year. Dealing with loss and not really able to process these things. I have since went. I don't even want to delve that deep into it, but definitely been a lot and been continuously trying to better myself, physically, mentally, really mentally. I've been really understanding the power of just the mind and how mentally, if you're not right, like it can affect like the rest of your body, and you have to be strong-minded, strong-willed to be able to push through this thing we call life and be able to be successful, whatever you deem successful in that light. And, at this point, my thing is that I'm on this journey for peace. Peace and the exploration of the world, myself, situations and things, and wanting to grow and prosper as a person. But I don't feel like I've been truly honest with myself and my situation. I have, and I feel like these thoughts like just definitely just take a toll on me. I've definitely been getting better. Definitely with the help of my close friends, especially my family. I think I have the best family in the world, parents, everything. And from my perspective, I feel like my relationship with my family, my parents, have definitely gotten a lot better. Hopefully, I feel like they see it in that same way as well, and able to have a little bit more of an open dialogue with them and be in a much better space. So definitely thank God for that and overcoming that obstacle. And I have then, of course, too, then last year, like I said, just dealing with a lot of losses and just taking some L's and really just being able to process it and, don't let these thoughts and these things keep you back and trying to get my bounce back game, back, and trying to figure this out. But it's definitely a lot of work. It's definitely has its moments where I don't fully feel confident in myself. I'm just be completely honest. That's why these videos haven't been coming out. I don't even know the last time I actually put a video out on YouTube. And, with this whole, sneaker thing in the culture, I mean, it's cool. I feel like part of me has kind of outgrown that a bit. Don't get me wrong. Like, listen, I know about still all the new J's that's coming out, and there's definitely some I really want. And if someone's feeling pretty generous, I'm still needing a pair of the undefeateds, a size 9. But I feel like just the climate now, how things are going, and just how myself is trying to improve and be better. My interests have at this point definitely shifted, and just trying to really prioritize my mental health and being, better friend, family member, just overall be a better person. And I want to say just definitely one of the things I found out about myself is I take relationships pretty hard, friendships or relationships. And when those things end, I take it pretty rough, and almost feels like a little bit of you like really just dies in that, something that you kind of get used to. That's, kind of like a daily occurrence that you're typically accustomed to is just completely taken away from you is definitely something that I struggle with, and I feel like a lot of people do too, and that's why I'm making these videos. So hopefully, someone, if they definitely feel the same way, definitely reach out. We can have some dialogue about it. But I would say in this situation, relationship I was in, I put a lot of myself in these situations. Well, I mean, of course that, but I feel like I put a lot into it, trying to make it better and strengthening these relationships. And I even told myself a couple months ago that a lot of these things in life, that no matter what you do, there's a lot of things that are just really out of your control, that you just can't change, and you just have to accept. And I wasn't ready to accept those changes, and I did, and I kind of killed myself trying to make better in these relationships. And I kind of feel like I kind of killed myself trying to do everything I can when myself hasn't been truly healed and I haven't moved on for a certain situation. And just trying to keep giving and giving. And I really didn't have anything left. And I feel like once you get kind of to that point and you're not getting the reactions or the outcomes that you get, I become very frustrated and just down with myself. And you just got to realize, like, you did everything in your power, and it's just, you got to like really learn to move on and let it go. And I definitely struggle with that. And I definitely poured, just a lot into the situation I was in, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. And I mean, definitely have myself to blame. And I also just have to, man up and move on, but it's a lot easier said than done when really care for someone. But what needs to be primary my focus now is, of course, like I said, my mental health and growing as a person. And I have a lot of catching up to do, and I can't let I'm going to say the pressures of me getting to this point, really, it's not impossible. People have been through a lot worse, and I'm, not less of a person. I'm truly capable of definitely bettering myself and overcoming this obstacle, especially with the things I went through. And I'm still here. I feel like I'm still here for a reason. And I feel like there's still things in life, just in general, that I'm still needing to experience and be able to grow as a person. And there's so much things and experiences out there that definitely I can fully take advantage of. And that definitely comes into wanting to be on YouTube a lot more and connect with the people and fans of things that I love. If you see the shirt, I fucking love this game. Getting back to, what makes me happy and what I can do to contribute to the world and society. And that is the exciting part. And it's also kind of scary at the same time, but you have to, well, me, myself, let me say, have to learn how to take risks. And I have taken some risks lately and definitely been feeling good about it. And I can't stop there and be complacent. I have to keep going and keep going and just building that self-confidence back up. So I want to say, definitely, like, moving forward, one of the things, well, several of the things, going back into YouTube page, I definitely talk about pop culture and things that's happening, and still talk about sneakers and stuff, and just music and stuff, and movies, the anime, the art, so. And also too, if anybody's still looking for some pieces, hey, I'm not I want to say what's the word I'm looking for, I'm very available to get these things done, so I can go ahead and knock these out. So if you do have any requests or anything like that with the holidays coming up, definitely feel free to reach out, and we can go ahead and talk about this type of things. And I would definitely put some type of stuff up too, so you can be able to see my work as well, so you would know that you're definitely in good hands dealing with me. As I already know, like, the people that do know me in my close circle already know what I'm capable of, and now it's time for you guys to be able to see, like, what I'm capable of and what I can do. And I definitely want to do a lot more. One of the things that I was taught in, like, the therapy and stuff was definitely, find some things to be grateful for, and definitely grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for having the ability to have another chance to fight another day. And say grateful to have breath. I mean, recently I did have a fantastic trip in New York, which was amazing. And I definitely want to keep traveling and experience these things. And just New York was just fucking awesome. It was fucking amazing. I had a great time, and shouts out to my cousin Rudy, and shouts out to Queens and and everybody out there. I feel like that can definitely be potentially like a second home for me. But in all seriousness, it was just great, just experiencing this and being able to explore. And I feel like I held myself back so much because going back into that relationship, a lot of myself, was dying slowly in that, and I just was trying to like, I kept a lot of things in denial because I'm like, oh, like no, like things can get big, things can get better, and it just really just got a lot worse. It just declined, and I'm not a perfect person. This person isn't perfect either, and I really put my best forward in that, and it was, movies I didn't watch that I didn't get to. There was games, there was shows I didn't get to, and I kind of was just like really just shutting off from the world, and so I want to get back to these things. So definitely, so what you guys is playing as far as games. What movies you guys are watching. What shows you're watching. I definitely want to catch up and get back into that, and what music was popping. I would say as far as music, what is on my playlist right now? I've been listening to Larry June lately. It's definitely a different type of vibe, and I understand like why people have been listening to it. Dope music, the message is good, and I like just the picture that's painted. Listening to this music, and it's feel good music. Also, still, you already know if you know me. I feel like I'm an honorary member of Free Band, so Future, of course, is always popping. I brush my teeth to Teflon Don. Lil Demon is definitely still a turn up. And I, of course, will go back and listen to some older Future. But as you already know, if you don't know already, I'm definitely a big R&B head right now. I feel like definitely my trajectory as far as like in life, and me on this quest for peace, I feel like that kind of does relate to my music. I mean, of course, we love about turn up shit, when we work out. I know when I work out, like listen to that. But just on a regular day, I like to listen to a lot of like R&B and stuff. So I definitely keep my ears open for that. I had a chance to listen to the new Chance album. I felt like it was pretty good. It's not really my thing, but I feel like it was a pretty good album. Tyler's new album is what latest album is pretty good. Let's see who else as far as music. It's really about it. Like I said, really on the R&B wave. Shows, I can't really tell you shit really about shows. I haven't really been watching anything, but like I said, when I get back into the game and that. As far as movies, I saw Weapons. That was pretty good. Shouts out to my dog. Kanai's put me on. He put me on to a good couple movies. I finally watched Old Country for No Men. That was a pretty good movie. I need to watch that like maybe like two more times. And that was a movie in the early 2000s that I should have been watched. As far as gaming, of course, hence the shirt. I played Metal Gear Solid Delta. That game was fire. I feel like I'm gonna definitely do like a separate video about my experience in the game. Things I liked about it, things I didn't, and yeah, so definitely gonna do these a lot more. This feels almost like some very form of some kind of form of like therapy. I get to really just speak to anybody that's willing to listen, and I'd like to thank you for your time, and definitely say I keep saying this like every time, but definitely Eddie B is going to be back and doing a lot more stuff, and because this is what I feel like one of the things I was meant to do was be in this kind of space and connect with real people and like-minded people like me that's going through a struggle, that that are artists or just people in general. I'm on this just journey to find peace and like-minded people that are on this like wave of peace and artistic values and just thoughts and ideas, because I have like so many like fantastic like ideas as far as in the space of media that I definitely want to get out. I like to have fun, and I like to experiment, and I'm very creative, and there's so many things that I would just love to do, and I have to take that risk and that leap, and just like I did today, so just put myself out there. So again, I'd like to thank you for your time and had this session with Eddie B, and I look forward to speaking to you guys soon. Take care. Have a good one, and God bless.